EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game.
Let's go, baby.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ricky.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. That right there, a good preview of the matchup we intend to watch closely here in this wild card game.
And it's going to go throughout the game, but let's face it, you just mentioned it, wild card, we're just starting the playoffs. If you didn't run your number one guy on their number one guy throughout the season, you do it now. The playoffs have begun, best on best.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 21.
The shotgun snap for Stanford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Alert! 40 got. Hey, exit. Hey, easy.
Touchdown, defense.
Throwing is Stanford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
3rd and long. it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. Roberts got it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Murray now to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
3.5 to go, first quarter.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
First down, Murray. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Murray again, 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That 150.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Bravo.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along. Their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
On second down, Johnson. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Set, ready, Henry. Base. Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. 3 down, 3 down.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Big series right here.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Hey, Nelson.
43. Check. Hey. Rip left. 43 is the mic. There we go.
Throwing again. Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to him because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Push him back. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Again, it's Stafford. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
At their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3 and out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
Set. Get a 20. Zero.
To throw is Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
All day, every day, any day.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Murray now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just 1 score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check back.
50-50.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
30, 280, 21. Pilot, 64, reach, moving Hunt.
On first down, it's Hunt. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
40, set, 280.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, but now it's third and goal. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Stafford. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Hunt. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
58's the money. 58's the money. I got you. I got you.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray. And some room to roll now. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Just like that. Go, go. Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? Hey, check. Mike 21.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Murray now on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Stay set. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I don't even know why they to the right.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Detroit. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Murray now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt, 26 yards. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
The Lions on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On the return is Peterson. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down inside the 30. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a 1st down as well. Murray now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the...
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Trey Flowers, his 2nd sack of the night. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on, let's go. 49, check 49.
They run again with Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. The Lions on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Murray going to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated, the front and the back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. To throw is Murray. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson. 84 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Ready? You lady? Here we go, dude. Here I come.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hunt. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. They call a run on 3rd and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw the ball on 3rd and a mile, right? But instead they decide to run the football because sometimes what you get is the defense is playing a little bit lighter. A lot of extra defensive backs, and they're loosened up for the pass. They found some running room and really converted.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the